Welcome to the Interlocking Loops Flosstube. It is April 28th, 2019. Well, welcome one and all. Welcome new viewers, and welcome to those that have been with me before. Let's talk a little bit about crafts today, and cross-stitching is at the forefront. Okay, if you remember last time I was working on Little House Needleworks Farm Fresh Cherries on 18 count jade 8 cloth. It is completed. I have spent most of the time cross-stitching that I have been cross-stitching working on this very project. It came out, I think, fantastic. So it's amazing. If you actually work on it, it gets finished. I've been thinking so much about Stitchmaynia, trying to finish up some of the crafting things that I wanted to make sure I got that completed. I didn't get a couple other things started like I'd hoped to, but at least I think when May 1st starts here in a couple of days, I can go with a fresh slate. All right, let's talk a little bit about acquisitions. Now, Tricia from 3 Owl Threads has sent me the third pattern in the Jack Frost Tree Farm series. And that'll be another cute one to stitch up. So that has arrived since we talked last. And I did just purchase this dimension kit from Hobby Lobby at 40% off. So I'm excited about that. It comes with the 8 cloth 14 count and all the flosses. And I thought eventually I would like to work on that as well. So it was the last one Hobby Lobby had, so I wanted to make sure I grabbed it before somebody else did. So let's talk about Stitchmaynia plans. The closer I get to Stitchmaynia, the more wound up and slightly disorganized I become. With that in mind, I talked a little bit about some potentials last time. And did I mention I like to cross stitch? I hope I mentioned that, because that's right on. All right, so I'll try to go through some of these a little bit quicker, as I talked about some of these last time. Oh, another acquisition that I had is the Heart and Hand Square Dance, the second leaflet that has April, May, June on it. I got it in the mail and I was so absolutely excited. It's probably hard to tell, but I ripped the pattern when I opened it up. I had to retape it, front and back. Yowza. What really drew me, these orange carrots. They're absolutely the best. And I hope to start that one for Stitchmaynia during week 1, and I hope to get these other two started during the time of Stitchmaynia as well for May and June. I'm going to do the first one in primarily DMC floss. I've purchased some fancy floss for this one, and I think I'll have a variety of DMC primarily for this one as well. Aren't those popsicles adorable? So that's something I'm going to start on Stitchmaynia right away. I'm very excited about that. And then I hope to at least start maybe the Valentine one of the January, February, March. But I'm number one. The carrots got me into this set. I'll show a little bit of the fancy floss that I've purchased for, it's the month of May. Oh, aren't these colors pretty? Classic Color Works Queen Bee. It's a yellow, gold. Let's see. Petal Pink, which is a nice soft pink. Carrie Berry, a variegated lighter to mid-range pink. Candied Yams. And lastly, Strawberry Parfait. So all together, look how pretty they look. Oh, isn't that adorable? Okay. I think we've talked before that some patterns seem like lend themselves to fancy floss, and some, to me, a little bit less so. And I think the March one, or rather the May one with the flowers on that pattern from Heart and Hand, will be great. So I have that kitted up as one of the first things to work on in Stitchmaynia. I plan on starting, if you remember, a total of 10 projects. All right, let's see. So I did not get a chance to do the April wordplay by Brenda Gervais. It's got the bunny. I'm sure everyone has probably seen it. I've been able to get the fancy floss for the wagon and his trousers, I believe. And I think I've ordered one for his body, and I think it's toffee for his vest. So that's coming. A couple of the fancy flosses I have so far is the Otter Creek and the Pumpkin Pie by Gentle Arts. So the rest of it will be done in DMC. So that's another one I know I'm going to start. Oh goodness. And I think I talked last time a little bit about Prairie Schooler Barnyard Christmas. I'd like to start a couple of these. Maybe this cow, maybe the pig, and then maybe the sheep. I haven't decided if I would change exactly the color patterning to suit the sheep that we raise or not. To be seen. So, and that I have the DMC all bobbinated up for that. Let's see. I think I mentioned this one was one of my Stitch 9. The Farm by Roveris. Sorry for the glare, it's a glossy picture. So I have that one. Let's see. This one I may have mentioned, All Dolled Up by Little House Needleworks. It's got the watermelon. I think that's a great summer. You know, who doesn't like watermelon? I think that'll be great, especially because I finished up the Farm Fresh cherries. And that will be in DMC. Primitive Hair, that Summer Solstice. It's got a bee, and it has a, oh, I can't think of the name of the flower now. Black-Eyed Susan. And I'm looking forward to doing that. That'll be on Coffee Tea Dyed Ada. 14 count. I have that kitted up. And I know I mentioned this one before. The hands-on design, Sunshine on a Stem. I'm planning on starting that sometime through Stitchmaynia. I'd hoped to do that one last year and never got around to it. So now by the time I show all these, you'll notice there's more than 10 if you're counting. So we'll have to see how far I get. Some of it may be a preview of things to come. Lizzie Kate, Yankee Doodles. I saw somebody stitch this last year on Flosstube, and I'm not sure which one of these patriotics I would like to do, but it'll be one of them. I made a patriotic bag last year for it to go into and everything. So well, let's see. I also have some possibilities. Lizzie Kate. This one is Spooky String. I love the pumpkins. So that's a possibility. I'm going to do that in DMC. And let's see, what's the next one? It's another Lizzie Kate. It's a Thankful String. That'll be done in 14 count as well. There's corn, it's got some turkey, a little turkey on there. I think it's adorable. So that one may be one that gets started. Let's see. And then more Lizzie Kate. Now last year, this is Autumn Smalls, and there's two of them I have finished. There's the Autumn and this long narrow one I have not done. The ones I finished last year are on the same piece of Ada. There's Hoot. And here are the little houses. So I thought those are adorable. So there'll be one of them I get started, I hope. Anyway, so Let's see, Lizzie Kate. A lot of these strings I find just so fun to do. This one is Buzzy String. A lot of summer. There's a bee skep. There's cute little birds. Ladybugs. That's another one that'll be on 14 count Ada probably, and maybe this toast colorway. That may be one that you see. I kitted up this one with DMC, but I actually don't know that I'm going to be doing this one. That's a shepherd's bush. Tall sheep. I'm now moving more into a summer, and this looks more springy to me, so that may not be, but since I kitted up at one point during prepping for Stitchmaynia, I thought I would work on that one, so I didn't want to take it out of the running. Then there were two others I have a hankering for. The spring salt boxes, I'm sure you've seen other floss tubers have been working on this or planning to. So there's two patterns. I like them both, but I like this one with a little bit of the kind of the turquoisey color to maybe do first. And the other thing I have sharing the same project envelope is a pattern from the most recent Just Cross Stitch from June, and it is designed by Lulu Stitches. And I don't know if you can tell, it uses a lot of the DMC variegated, and I have not used that. So I thought maybe I would give that a try. So if I don't get it done now, or if I don't get it started now, that will be something I hope to do this summer. So yes, there's more than 10. Stay tuned to Flosstube to see what I get started and how far I end up getting. That's all very exciting. Speaking of which, some projects have to share the same project bag. I have been working. I'm not the best sewer, I have to say. I don't find that to be easy. Calico has the YouTube video about how she uses a GoPro and makes some bags. I can follow that pretty well. I have patterns, I have fabric, and the parts all cut out for a total of 4. One I did today. I really love this fabric. That's the thing, there's a lot of pretty fabric out there too. So I finished one. I have 2 more. I need to put more thread, one more thread on the bobbin, then I can have another 2 that are kind of farm related done. And then I have another one that's kind of a barbecue theme I hope to get done sometime. So that's taken up part of my weekend this weekend. I had a great Easter. The kids were down. We celebrated my husband's birthday, my birthday, and then today is actually my mom's birthday. So happy birthday, Mom. Hope it was a good day. I know we saw you yesterday. So it's been busy around here. 2 weeks from today, my son graduates from college. He'll get his 4-year degree. I'm so excited about that. He'll be finishing up what he's doing. He's doing some EMT training, and that's been keeping him busy. Today, I think he spent the day with the fire department. He was going to be moving from one residence to another, and then after he graduates, he'll be moving out of state. So, we've got a lot of crazy stuff going on. Our daughter has been doing well. She has finals the second half of this week and the first part of the week after. Then she moves home for just a few days before she goes back up to school, and she has a class in the month of May. And then she has a research, independent study type thing in the Boundary Waters this summer. And so we won't see her a whole lot until the second half of July. So I'm going to be missing her. We spent hard and heavy this last week researching a vehicle for her. We tried to give each of the kids that they're kind of their last nice car. They each kind of had beaters to start with. And our daughter is our youngest. And we were able to obtain a vehicle for her just yesterday. So she's got her forever car, and the next one is on her. So that's all part of the growing up process, right? Let's take a minute and talk a little bit about crochet. I may have shown the crochet shawl I was working on before. I have ends to weave in on this one, but this is from a YouTuber, a tutorial on YouTube. And I think this will go nicely with a lot of jeans, those type of things. And finished it up last night, I think, out of worsted weight, 5mm hook, crochet hook, and it's by B Crochet. If you have questions about exactly who the pattern or who the YouTube tutorial is from, go ahead and message down below. Speaking of down below, if you'd like to be notified when new episodes come up, feel free to hit the subscribe button and then hit that bell, and that will get those to your inbox, and so you'll be able to know just exactly what's going on, and it'll keep you up to date on the Stitchmaynia crazies. The last thing, let's talk a minute about knitting. I know I've talked about some of my variety of crafts before, and I did finish a pair of socks, knit top down, on US 1.5mm needles, and 60 stitches around. Also, I like a lot of blue, so theoretically I could wear these at the same time I wear my shawl if I really wanted to, so you just never know. All right, let's see. So I think for the most part, that'll be this episode for today. I'm so excited about Stitchmaynia, trying some new things, trying to get a start in some of these patterns. I really want to start a couple of them, but I told myself since Stitchmaynia is right around the corner, I could hold off and I could wait a couple more days. So I may do another Flosstube. I may try to do more than just one toward the middle and one toward the end. I may try to hit it more often. But along with all this that we have going on, my husband has a work trip he'll be going on, and he takes care of the technology part of making this Flosstube happen. So I make it something recorded. It may not get up right away, but we'll see. For those of you not participating in Stitchmaynia, have a leisurely time with getting your projects done, and I'm excited to try a few things and get some of these other project bags finished. I like to buy fabric, and so I need to have something to do with it, and this is a good enough thing as any. So making these nice project bags. So until we meet again, happy stitching, happy crafting, and hopefully the warmer weather is where you are and you can enjoy that as well. Until then, bye-bye.